Oh, so we're back. Hey, that was pretty cool. So time.
Yeah, like 2 weeks just passed like that.
Time lapse, time travel.
Still on your sauna cat.
Happy birthday, Mr. Adult Man.
Oh, Mom.
Ugh, gross.
Holy toot of Zadar! How did you...
I don't know. It just started.
Hang on!
Dad?
Just don't top part.
Yeah. So well, it is warm, but I guess cool. But thank you, BA. So we're back here at Regal Cinema, United Artists, Colorado Center 9, and IMAX 2000 South Colorado Boulevard, Suite C, right next door to Dave & Buster's.
Yes.
So this is a Big Show Entertainment Network special event. Super Dave Raiden's in the Big Show. Our pre-show for Onward, which comes out May the 5th. So we're going to talk a little bit about Onward right now. It's a Disney Pixar film.
Oh, I thought it was somebody else. Rock and roll. Okay, then.
No, it is Disney
Right
Pixar.
on.
So starring Tom Holland, you know him as Spider-Man,
Yep.
and Chris Pratt, you know him as Star-Lord. And the premise of the film is two brothers who happen to be elves.
Yes.
It's an updated like Dungeons and Dragons kind
Yeah.
of fantasy, only it's like
Yes, yeah.
modern day. So it's kind of I'm kind of excited about it.
Right,
Like,
exactly. So
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
yeah, they're in search of, is there still magic in the world?
Well, no, they know there's magic because according to the trailers, they have half of a father.
Half of a puff.
All right, so
I
in
know.
the trailer,
And the things I've seen so far, they've kind of gone away from that.
In the trailer that I've seen,
I agree. But the stuff I've seen recently,
right?
Okay.
that's not as
shifting.
prominent. So
Okay.
maybe that's still.
It's definitely
I don't
going to
know.
be. It's definitely going to be a road comedy. Like
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
the thing that they're going for. But
Like
the
Bill and Ted's
MacGuffin,
Excellent Adventure.
Okay.
the MacGuffin, the thing that propels the plot forward is the fact their dad passed when they were very young. They get to a certain age. Their mom says, "Oh, your dad wanted you to have this when you both were such and such age." They give it to him. It's a wizard staff. The wizard staff. They do a thing. It's really vague because it's a trailer, so that's what it's supposed to do. You know, how did that happen? So they do a thing, and it's supposed to bring their dad back just for a day.
Okay.
And something happens in the middle of them bringing their dad back, and so they only have a dad from the feet to the waist. And so they have to go find like a magical stone to complete the spell before the 24 hours is up. And therein lies hilarity and plot and story ensues.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
and
Half of a person.
I do agree with you on that, but when I was reading the IMDb, it doesn't mention any of that.
And again, from
Like,
I've
that's
seen
kinda weird.
probably two different trailers now. The longer of the two, part of their quest is they have to go find this mythical beast. She looks like a chimera, and she's a waitress at like a Chuck E. Cheese looking place.
Okay.
So like it's really funny, like modern, quote unquote, modernized, because like a chimera in the modern world would be a very different thing. But like if you anthropomorphize and make these things human-like, then this is what they would look like. And I think it looks like it's going to be so funny and a lot of fun, and it makes total sense now that it's actually Disney putting it out, because it looks like it's very well done, animated and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm and he's pulling. There you go. Is that the?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up on the iPad, but I think I accidentally.
Let's see if we can find
did something wrong.
Oh,
here.
come on. Plot summary.
It's right
Come
at the
on.
top. It's right at the top.
That was plot summary. I want the synopsis. There we go.
Yeah.
So the synopsis, according to IMDb, is set in an urban fantasy world. Two teenage elf brothers embark on a quest to discover if there's still magic out there. And then it's got another one that's almost the same thing. Set in a suburban fantasy world, two teenage elf brothers, Ian and Barley Lightfoot, go on a journey to discover if there is still little magic left out there in order to spend one last day with their father, who died when they were too young to remember him. So that's still the motivation. They're still looking to get whatever the MacGuffin is so that they can bring their dad back for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's yeah, you're right. It is the Dungeons and Dragons fantasy.
Yeah, they've got it's got
exciting.
those kind of characters, and I'm pretty like it's gonna be really funny. Like it's gonna be one of those Wall-E. Nobody saw Wall-E coming. Nobody saw Wall-E
Wall-E's a
coming.
good one.
We all went to see it, and they're like, "Wow, that was great! I think this is gonna be that. I really, really do."
Okay.
Yeah.
I never thought of the Dungeon and Dragon with it, but I can kind of see it now.
Because they're elves, and then they have to find a chimera.
Yeah, like
and
on a
then
quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, we played Dungeons and Dragons, but we really kind of graduated to Middle Earth role playing.
Oh yeah, you did some Lord of the Rings role play.
Yeah, I did a lot of it.
Fair enough. There's still, I mean, D&D. They're still updating that stuff. They just put out a new book.
Yeah.
A book of rules came out just a couple months ago, actually. Updated rules.
Yeah, it's
supplemental rules rather.
yeah, it's it is the still the premium standard when you talk about.
A lot of fantasy stuff is kind of based inside of are you familiar with Patrick Rothfuss, the author Patrick Rothfuss? He wrote the King Killer Chronicles, is writing the King Killer Chronicles. Give me Doors of Stone, Patrick. Give me Doors of Stone. So the genesis of his book, and if you haven't read them and you enjoy fantasy at all, or fiction at all, not even just fantasy, but fiction at all, definitely recommend. The Name of the Wind is the first book, Wise Man's Fear is the second book, third book is still being written, and it is called Doors of Stone, and it was supposed to have been out like 3 years ago. But yeah, fantastic books. And the genesis of them was Dungeons and Dragons. So it feels like the Disney is kind of saying, hey, Dungeons and Dragons is still a thing, and actually is more widely accepted now that nerd culture is more widely accepted. So let's see if we can do something with that. And that's kind of where we're going with it.
Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, I'm going to be totally honest. I hadn't planned on covering the Onward, but we're going to do it. So it's a chance for us to.
So when we do the review for that one, you're going to have to tell me whether or not my pushing was worth it.
Well, look, honestly, personally, if it's Disney Pixar, it's probably going to be a good movie.
I have to.
Touché, salesman.
Yeah.
I mean,
I trust them.
I mean, you're the voice actress
It's
expert.
true.
What do you think?
I feel like they're top of the line for voice actors. So yeah, I'm always surprised by how much I like. I mean, even like Frozen and other movies that were never expected to be as good as they were.
Right.
Frozen was the biggest animated movie last year. Was one of the biggest movies last year.
Well, I agree. And I still think the first Frozen
mid-level.
was better.
Oh yeah, it was that Frozen was mid-level by comparison to the first one.
By comparison, I totally agree, and I also agree with you that I think Mulan's going to be a much better movie than people really realize.
Yeah, I'm
with
definitely
the way
looking forward to
they're
that
taking
one.
it, I think it's going to do very, very well. So
yeah,
minus the dragon.
Minus the dragon. Eddie Murphy's going to be pissed.
Eddie's doing pretty well. So
right?
He did really well with Dolomite, but I think
wasn't he nominated for something for Dolomite for Oscar-wise? I didn't watch the Oscars.
I could see it.
Yeah, but I guess there's an evil sorceress.
Yeah, there's
in Mulan.
Yep.
Oh.
It looks like there's like an evil king, and at his side is a witch sorceress person who can transform into things.
Yeah.
And
I think
disguise
that's gonna
herself and do potions and magic.
Yeah,
Well, the fact-
makes me think of Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, absolutely.
More warrior though, not old
Okay.
crone, more
Okay.
young warrior type who's fighting battles with the evil king guy. So yeah,
Okay.
looks pretty action packed for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
very curious.
well, the other thing that I will say that it gives me kind of a what was that movie? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
A lot of that, yeah.
You feel that with
Like a
this?
kiddie version of that, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Something that's a little more family appropriate than Chris, because
Right.
that was a lot of action and stuff. This I feel like is going to be easier to
Yeah.
follow for like tweens, but still
Well, I
have
like
enough in it.
I like the darker element.
Yeah, still have a lot enough in it that adults are going to appreciate
Yeah.
the darker side. So
Right,
yeah, for sure.
absolutely. So, wow, that's we had a really fun night. It was nice to get out. I don't think it really even warmed up that much today.
No, it's still pretty cold in here.
Still cold.
But we've gotten through. March is really close, and then we've got the 2 movies in March. We've got James Bond, and then we get Black Widow, and I think the rest of the year is going to be just really jam-packed.
Slamming.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, once again, thanks for tuning in to Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show on North American Premiere Night for Sonic the Hedgehog. We will be back in a couple weeks for Onward. So make sure that you
As you're watching this, we're going to be a few days away because this won't be posted
This
until
will
the
be
Tuesday
posted
before.
a couple days, but definitely go check out Sonic. Check out Birds of Prey. It really is a good movie. I don't understand what happened with
Yeah,
that.
I got
and
nothing for you.
Why it was received poorly, I don't really get it. But anyway,
You can come to, if you are located in the Denver area, you can join us here at Regal Cinemas, Colorado Center
Yeah,
9.
absolutely.
We will be here again, opening night for Onward is March 5th.
Right.
The North American premiere night is March 5th, so we will be here. You can join us and maybe see yourself on the YouTubes if you want. That is an option. So again, we're just a couple of days away from it. Feel free to come out and see it with us and let us know what you think after the fact.
yeah, absolutely. And we'll do a lot more promoting, probably for Mulan, definitely for James Bond,
Yeah.
and absolutely for Wonder Woman. So
Dune!
This is going to be unbelievable. But wow, that'll do it for the show tonight. And once again, for Dustin James of Generally Nerdy on Big Show Entertainment Network. Hello, Big Show nerds. I love saying that. And B.A. Bushes, voice actress and super fashion model for Black Lion House of Fashion. I'm Super Dave Reigns, and until next time, on the love.